we're live. Hello, hello, hello. I'm just gonna wait and see if anyone joins us. Hopefully a few people will join us. So I'm just gonna hang out. I've got a cup of tea. Let's have a quick sip. Oh, we've got someone. Hello, Leanne. Hello. I'm going to be using your wrap as a demo today. Hello, Hayley. Hi. So we've got two people, so that's good. Is it? Do they want to hear me? Oh, I'm nervous. Hi, hi, hi. Three people. Oh. Hello, Bissy. Hello. I'm here. We made it. Just got the little one down, and I've been running around trying to set everything up. So, hoping, fingers crossed, he doesn't wake up because Gav is up doing the girls because they're still awake because he came home late from work. So they've ended up going to bed an hour late. So I'm hoping Max stays asleep. So we've got three people. Should we start or should we hold on for a few more minutes? Can everyone hear me? Is the light okay? Is everyone okay? Oh, we've got a few more. We've got 5 people now. Can everyone hear me? Is the sound okay? Yes and yes. Oh, thank you, Hayley. Hello, Maya. So we've got 5 people. Oh, we've got 4 people. Someone's dropped out. Shall we start? Should we start? I think we're going to start. So, I thought I would introduce myself. So I'm Carissa. I'm very excited to be joined our ambassador. I got into wearing my wraps when I had Max. So, or my stretchies and found Joy and Joe then. So I'm very excited and very honoured to be ambassador. So I've come here to talk to you about breaking in wraps. So first of all, what does it mean? So when we talk about breaking in wraps, we're talking about new wraps that we've got new, fresh out of the box, off the loom. So when we get them off the loom, they come in what's called loom state. So I have a little picture here, which I did. I don't know, I hope you understand that. So basically, this is when they come off the loom. They're like this, so the fibres are very smooth. And then when we break them in, we want them to be like this. So these are little microscopic bits of fibre, and they're starting to blend in and weave into the fibres. And they just help the wrap become a lot more softer. And so yeah, that's my little picture. So I hope that makes sense. So there's lots of ways we can break wraps in, but there's two ways. So you need friction and you need heat. So whenever you get your wrap straight out of the box, the first thing you should do is wash it and dry it. So when you wash your wrap, you should always follow manufacturer's instructions as to what the wrap says. So because some wraps like wool don't particularly do well with heat, so you have to wash them on a cold cycle and never ever stick them in a tumble dryer. You have to I've never had a wool wrap because I find them a bit itchy. I have had them on holiday, but I can hear them coming out, I think. So yeah, so when you have a wool wrap, you have to be really careful with it and always follow the manufacturer's instructions. Other wraps like hemp and linen love a bit of heat. So you wash them, you can put them in the tumble dryer on a low setting. You can put tennis balls in, 2 or 3 tennis balls, but always put them inside a sock because that stops the yellow transferring off, because you wouldn't want to ruin your wrap by having the yellow tennis ball transfer off of your ball onto your wrap. So always do that. I've heard with linen it's best to take it out before it's completely dry because it can make it go more stiff. My linen wrap that I've got here actually says not to tumble dry, so I haven't actually tumble dried it. I don't know if anyone else has tumble dried the Joy and Joe linen wrap. I'd be interested, because if it works, I'd definitely give it a go. If you do tumble dry a ring sling as well, always cover the rings up, put it inside a pillowcase, wrap something around it to stop these banging in your tumble dryer. So that's one way. You can also use a steam iron on your wraps. Obviously the heat and the steam will be great for your wraps. So another way of using heat would be to sleep on your wrap. I've never actually slept on my wrap, but I've used it on the sofa and I've sat on it when we've been watching the TV. When we've got cold, we've put our wraps over us to keep us warm. So body heat is great. Some people leave them in the car. Car is great in the summer, but you wouldn't want to leave them on your window, on your back, or in view. A, because they're expensive, and B, because of the sun. The sun might end up fading it through as it's coming through the glass. So just put them down on a back seat or down, because just where the car will warm up, your wrap will react, the fibres will react, and it will just help it all break down. So that's another way of getting heat into it. So a way of using friction would be to braid them like this. This is my ring sling, so I've braided it. So I'm going to show everyone how to braid a ring sling. It's very easy, and you can do it exactly the same with a wrap. So I'll show you both, just so you know. So I'm going to undo it. So to undo it, it's really easy. You just, there's a little tag there, and you just pull it, I think. No, hold on. Maybe not. I can't remember that. I haven't done this for a while. I only braided this earlier. Oh, there you go. It's going. There you go. It's going. It's going. Just made right. So, to start with, when you want to braid your ring sling, is put your hand in, grab it, pull it through the rings, and you make a loop. So basically, when you do a wrap, you're making a loop as well, but you don't have your rings. You have to make your own one. So I'll show you. So that's the start. Put your hand through the loop you just made, grab your sling, pull it through. And when you pull it through, you make a loop. And when you've made a loop, you've rubbed against here, and that's caused friction. So the friction against there will soften your wrap. So do the same again, hand through, pull it. Same again, you just keep repeating the same process all the way to the end. So this is quite an easy one to do because it's quite short in a ring sling. When you've got a 6 or 7 in a wrap, I think it's a really good workout for your muscles. Hello Helen, just notice Helen's here as well. So Helen did a really good talk on breaking in wraps. So got a lot to live up to. So there you go. So that's my ring sling braided. So once it's braided, you can just give it a little pull. That all helps with the friction. Some people stick the rings on their feet and then just put their foot up and then just give it a little pull like that. A little exercise in the evening. You can just sit and watch TV, pulling it. Give it to the kids. Play tug of war. Kids love a bit of tug of war. Let a bit of energy out of them. So that's a good one. So that's really easy. And then they look really nice as well. Some people store them. I wouldn't store a linen one like this because they crease up quite easily. So I would not store a linen one, but a woven one, a cotton one, you could easily store like that. And it's a nice way. So if anyone wants me to do that again, I will. I'll show you how to do it with a woven one. Hiya Helen. So I have this one here. So I'm going to do the same. I'm going to braid it. So just so you can see it being done with a ring and a woven. So it's the same. So I'll do it. Gather it up. Then I make a circle. And some people tie a knot. I've seen people tie knots, but I don't. I don't know what the best way is, but I do it like this. So I just hold it like there. Then I pull my hand through, and then I've got my. Oh no, I haven't. Told you it's going to go wrong. Right, so I did it. Maybe I didn't turn up. So I didn't earlier. So I've got it through, made my loop, and I'm just going to. Is that right? Start pulling through. And each one you get a little loop. So it's exactly the same as the ring sling. So every time you pull it through, you hear a bit of friction where it's rubbing, and that friction will help soften up your wrap. So every time you do this, your wrap will become softer and softer. So this is a large wrap. This is a size 5-ish, I think. So it's not, this one's not too bad. I've got 7, that's a bit more of a workout, but it's only cotton. So if it's other fibres, then it's more of a workout. So if you've got wool, then that makes it even, or tri-blend, that will make it more of a workout. So this is 2 types of cotton, so it's nice and not too bad. But I can already feel it on my arms. So we're nearly at the end, so it doesn't take long. And that's probably the end, there you go. So there you can see, got a nice French plait. And on the other side, lots of nice knobs. So it's about that long. Once it's weaved, woven, makes it look pretty as well. And then again, just to undo it, you literally just grab the end and just pull on each one, and that friction again will be softening up your wrap. And that's that, done. So has anyone got any questions about braiding? And I'll see if I can answer them. If not, I'll move on. I'm just going to have a sip of my coffee. Linen also softens very well when used with and steam ironing. Oh yes, thank you. I have steam ironed my linen one. I haven't actually washed it. I've used it straight out of the packaging, and it has softened up loads. So I've worn it lots with both my 2-year-old and Max, who's now 1. I've worn it lots, and I've steam ironed it because it was really creased up. So I steam ironed it to get the creases out, and I could really feel, just from the one iron, I could really feel the difference in it. So it's definitely worth steam ironing it. Busy, can you tumble dry it? Can you put it in the tumble dryer? Because on the label it says not to, but I have heard on linen you can put them in the tumble dryer. But on my ring sling it says not to. On my linen one, the label says not to tumble it. So I've been reluctant to stick it in the tumble dryer because I don't want to ruin it. So on this one, it says not to tumble dry. Oh, thank you. Thank you. So under that, that's a picture of Freya when she was a baby, and she's in Gareth's hands like this. So I wrapped it with my stretchy. So I don't think there's any questions on the braiding. So other ways you can break your wrap in would be to use the back of a stair gate. So where the stair gate, the gaps, you weave your wrap in and out, in and out. I've not washed my linen ring sling, but the steam iron has really helped. Okay, cool. Thank you. I'll see if anyone else has any comments on that, and then maybe I might try it. I'm not sure. So yeah, so you can break it in by weaving in and out of a stair gate, and then just pulling it backwards and forwards, like how we stretched it when it was in braided. You can just weave it in and out. You can get the kids to pull one way and then get the kids to pull back the other way. They love joining in. Kids just love it. It's great fun. It's another activity for them to do. People have done it on staircases as well, so on the banisters. I've not done it on my banisters. They're not my banisters. We only rent, so I'm a bit worried that I might end up breaking them. And then also you have to be careful. Obviously your banisters are wood. You don't want to get any splinters in your wraps. You don't want to get any splinters on your stair. You know, you don't want to cause any damage. So stair gates I know people have done. My dining room chairs, again, my dining room chairs have a little bit where you can weave it in and out, like on the stair gate. You can use a cot as well. So if you've got a baby in a cot or a toddler cot, you can weave it in and out the bars on there as well. Another way is to make a hammock. So people make hammocks under tables, is a great one. We made a hammock in the garden. We went to a friend's house in the summer for a barbecue, and they had a swing, and we managed to make a hammock, like a swing hammock. So we tied it. The first one we tried, it didn't work too well. I can't remember if we tied. I think I tied the loop, and then in the end I tied one this side, one this side, and then it gave a better seat. So we made a swing hammock, and the kids absolutely loved it. They were queuing for goes and then arguing over it. So that was a really good fun one. I was tempted to do it at the park as well, but then I had people watching me, so it put me off. But there was a few apparatus at the park, like the monkey bars, and I was going to make the kids one on the monkey bars at the park, because the park was quiet when we got there. So I was like, oh yeah, we'll do this. And then suddenly, like, all these people came in. I think there was like a minibus of kids, and people watched me, so I kind of got a bit put off and didn't want people ruining my house. So didn't do that. Air dry your linen to improve its. Okay. If you must dry. Okay, well we'll keep away from the tumble dryer then, unless we need to. Thank you, Bissy. So yeah, so we've made lots of hammocks. The kids just love it. It's brilliant fun. I've said sleeping and in your car. They're really good ways. Obviously getting the heat in. Trying to think of any other ways. Has anyone else got any other ways that they've broken in wraps? I'm not sure. Trying to think. So another way is you can use your rings. So I've got some rings, and I am going to use this one again. So what you can do is, if you've got a set of rings, you need 2 rings, any colours. So I've picked up my purple ones, so they match these. I was actually going to use this wrap, so we're going to make a donut in a minute. I was going to use this one, but that's all wrapped up, so I'm going to use this one again. So another way, so this is another way of causing friction on your wrap. So what you do is you get your rings, put it through, and then drop one down, poke that through, and then grab the bottom one and just pull. So this one's a really thin wrap, so this is only cotton. So it's really easy and it just glides through really easy. So if you've got a tri-blend or a quad blend and it's thicker, you might want to use bigger rings. These are medium. Or you might find the friction and the pulling and the tugging better. So, and then when you got to the end, all you do is you just switch and pull back. And that's another good way of breaking in your wrap. Again, a good fun one for the kids. The kids can pull it while you hold it. So all the way to the end. And then we'll go back one more. So it's just coming out there. So there you go. So you can hold that. Kids can pull that. Tug of war for the kids. Great fun. Keep them quiet for a while and entertained. So that's a really good way of breaking in your wrap, because that friction against the ring and your wrap is helping to soften it. So my arms are aching now. So it's a good workout. It's a good workout. If you need a workout on your arms, get your wraps out. Donut cushions is a good way. A bit more effort. Yeah, it's definitely a bit more way, but again, it's great fun. So I've got a donut here. It's one I did earlier, and I did it really quickly while the kids were eating their dinner. So I made my ring a little bit big, and I'm a bit out of practice. I haven't done it for a while. So here's my donut. So my hole there is a little bit big, but it doesn't matter. You can make them all sizes. So I will show you how to do a donut in just a sec. I'm just going to have a little sip of my coffee. I'm going to be a dry mouth. See what comments are. Tumble dry. I've washed my linen rings thing, but the steam iron has really helped. Fantastic. I'm going to steam iron it more then. I'm going to wash it and steam iron it. So do you steam iron it from wet, or do you partly dry it first? Good work. Definitely a good workout for your arms, Bissy. My arms are aching already and I've only done a few. Donut. Right, so I will show you a donut with, shall we go for a big wrap? Shall we go for a 7? Or shall we go for the Zoe? Has anyone any preferences? So this is a 7, so it'll be a really good workout. Or a 5. It's a bit thicker. Should we go with my Zoe? Should we go with my Zoe? So to make a donut, you simply, I normally start tagging, so let's see what happened. Just because it hides the tag, it makes it look a little bit pretty, but it doesn't really matter. So I normally gather it up like this. Oh, I've just thought of another way of breaking in wraps. So I was asking everyone if they had any other ideas that I'd missed out, and I've just remembered one, so I'll come back to it in a minute. So, to make your donut, you just gather it up like this. And then depending on how big your wrap is to how big you want to make your ring, okay? So this, again, is the same size as my other one, so it's a large, it's a 5. So I don't want to make it too big, it's a little bit thicker. So, and it doesn't matter if it's too big, but I want it too small. So you make a loop. Can you see? A loop. That's where it's joined. And then I want to hold that. I want to grab my fabric and I want to pull it through. So I'm just going to pull it through. I'm going to make sure it goes over the join. So there's the join, and I'm just going to wrap it round just to hold it. So that's holding it in place now. It's not properly holding it, so I need to do another one and go back over. Just next to it, there's a little bit there, the other at the end of the, and I just want to tuck it round. So can you see that there? I'm going to wrap it round to hold it in, okay? And then pull it through. And we're going to keep doing this all the way around, and that pulling through that loop is causing great friction and a great workout, a really good workout. So because this is a bit thicker, this wrap, so I've spread it a little bit as well there. Sometimes I spread it on the next layer. It's just spread that way. So keep pulling through. I'm going to do the whole donut. I'm going to do the whole donut for you, and hopefully I'll get a good one. Just keep pulling it. So this is a really good way of breaking them in. Donuts, I think, are a bit better than braiding. I'm not sure. Obviously, with the braiding, you can pull them and tug them, and so that's quite good. So this is more of a workout, but they look really pretty as well. And the kids like them for, my kids like them for story time. So they like to sit on them in the front room as cushions. And then we read a story. So I have to do them one each. So it's lots of workouts on my arms. So just keep pulling it through. And when you've gone all the way around, you just simply just keep going back over, and your ring will get smaller and smaller, so you can only just poke it through, ideally, I think. So we're getting there, we're getting there. I haven't washed. Okay. No more questions, but I was no questions, so just wrapping it round. Around, keep pulling it through, keep that friction. Okay, so I'm not going to have a tiny hole because I made my loop a little bit big. So even though when I started it looked quite small, I could have gone a lot smaller because I still got a big gap. So again, I've made, so when it's really small, you literally can just poke that bit in and it only just goes in, but I've got a bit of a gap because I can get my hand in there still. So I could have made my loop a lot smaller. So there I have my donut. So I've got 2 donuts for the morning now. So to undo it, when I do this one, to undo it, you literally just reverse. And again, if you pull it when you're undoing it and make it rub against there, that's more friction. That's more softening. That's those microscopic fibres that I talked about at the beginning, where I showed you on my diagram. It's falling on the floor here. That's making all these little microscopic fibres come out and move into place, and it's making your wrap lovely and soft and snuggly for your little one, for your bundle of joy. So yeah, keep doing it, and then it's done. So another way to break in a wrap is to holiday a wrap. So that's how I first ever broke in a wrap. I holidayed a wrap from Helen. I've never really done any breaking in or holidaying even. That was my first holiday wrap. And I holidayed a wrap from Helen, and I wore my little ones in it for her. So we did like a little agreement so we sent it next day recorded, so it covers the cost of the wrap if anything was to happen to the wrap in transport. And then obviously if I was to damage the wrap, then I would have to pay the money. So obviously I'm going to look after the wrap. So you really want to make sure you've got someone you can trust. But you can do like little holidays with people you know as well. Holidays are a great way because you can send it to 3 or 4 people, however many you like. Some people send them for a week, and quite strict, like you have the wrap for a week and then you wear it and you break it, and it really does make a difference, even just a week with somebody else. So if you've got a tiny baby, a tiny little one, the weight isn't going to be as much in the wrap, so it would take a lot more breaking in. So if you send it to someone who's got maybe a toddler or an older child or even a 1-year-old, they're going to be a little bit more heavy, and that weight in the wrap is really going to help when the person wraps and wears that child. It's really going to help break in the wrap. Yes, I holidayed it twice. I was very, very lucky. I couldn't believe my luck when you texted me again and said, did I want to borrow it a second time to wrap the squish? I was so happy. So that was, Helen was my first ever wrap, my wrappy holiday, and she's got me addicted to holidaying wraps. I love holidaying wraps. It's a great way to test out wraps as well. So if you want to, if you quite like a wrap and someone offers to holiday it, it's quite a nice way to find out if you like it. So if you want to purchase a wrap, for example, this one I've just brought, if I knew someone who had it, then they might lend it to me to try. So it's a really good way to know if you might like it, because it might. So this one has got a little, I think it's got a bit tensile in, which my other wrap doesn't say. I found a bit itchy in one of my wraps, but in this one I can't feel it at all. So it really does, again, it does depend on the wrap and probably the type of weave and all sorts of. Has anyone got any other questions on breaking in wraps? You love my mug. Oh, this mug is actually Gareth's mug. It's actually a G. It's got a G on the inside. So this one is Gareth's mug. My one, which had a C on it, got broken. It got knocked off on the side. And I loved my mug, so I actually use this one. Gareth doesn't have it now. So Gareth uses one of my old pink ones because he likes my pink mug. So I use Gareth's one. But thank you. I don't know how we're doing for time. How are we doing for time? I did have the TV on in the background with the time, but it's switched itself off on the timer. So I don't have a timer, so I don't know where we're at. Anyone have any questions? Not sure where we're at. Any questions? Shall I wrap more? Shall I do this one again? Show everyone how to do this one again. So to braid this one, hand in the ring, and you can do this with any ring sling. Doesn't have to be this one. Hand in. You can actually do it with like a shorty, with a woven, with your ring slings, or you can make a no ring sling as well. But I'm not very good at making no ring slings, so you can make a no ring sling and do a slip knot. You can do a slip knot, that's it. You can do a slip knot, and with your slip knot, when you do it up and down, that again is breaking it in because that's causing the friction. But I'm not very good with slip knots, so I should have practiced. So, hand in the loop. Is your Galaxy Zoe broken in yet? No, Helen, I don't think it is. Would you like it? I've actually got it up for sale because I'm struggling with it. So I need someone to holiday it for me and break it in. Maybe you will know if it's broken in because you've got one. You've got a Zoe. You'll know what it feels like because I've heard yours is lovely and soft. I do love it. I love the colours on this. I love the colours on my this one. So I'm going to undo this one now. Has anyone got any questions on breaking in wraps? Gav?
Yeah.
Do you know what the time is?
No.
Do you know what the time is? I don't know where we are for time.
8:33.
Oh, cool. Just gone, just been half an hour. So, if anyone got any questions on wraps, breaking in wraps, and I'll see if I can answer them. If not, if it's half an hour's up, I will go. But I'm here if you want me. I've got it in a 6. Send it on holiday. Ah. Oh, would you like my one, Helen? Should we do a swap? Should we do a swap? This is a large, so it's a 5. Is that any good to you? I'm sure you can work a 5. You are queen of the wraps. The colours on this is just stunning. I love it. I love both sides. I can never decide which is my favourite side, because purple has to be my absolute favourite colour. I do like the blue as well, and obviously you can see the purple skulls. Daddy doesn't like the blue. It's not his football team. It's a football rival team, so he doesn't like it. So he doesn't like me wearing the blue side. It took a while, then all of a sudden it was soft. Aww. Maybe I need to sleep on it. Maybe I need to put it under the sheet. So maybe I need to stick it under the sheets. Maybe I need to stick it on Gareth's side and let him sleep on it. But I can send it to you first. Definitely send it to you first, Helen. We'll sort that out on Messenger. I'll get it sent to you. So, anyone got any questions? Because the time is up. Anyone? Right, I think, I don't know. I'm here for a few more minutes if anyone's got any questions, because I think we've gone through everything I can think of. I'm going to have a go at doing this one with my rings, because it's a bit thicker, see how it feels compared to how easy the other one went through. So, fold it up, put my rings through. All that. Right, yeah, there you go, not too bad. Keep calling. Easy. Nice one for the kids. Right. I don't think anyone's got any questions, so I'm going to go, because it's been lovely talking to you and sharing my knowledge of breaking in wraps. Thank you. You're very welcome, Vissy. You're very welcome. So it's been lovely, lovely, lovely talking to everyone about breaking in the wraps, and I shall come back and check on here later if anyone's got any more questions that they might have thought of when I've gone off, and I'll see if I can answer them for you as best as I can. And thank you all very, very much for watching. It's been lovely. Bye.